Let's get to the Kid Craddock Morning Show morning newscast with Kelly Raspberry, Big Al Mac, Ana Castillejos, Nick Adams, Trey Peart, and part-time Justin. I'm Jose Roberto Angeles Catem Lopez Chavez de Perez, and here's Big Al Mac.
Thanks, Ernest. There's nothing more entertaining than watching a grown man run down the street with bags of trash in his hands, right? Unless you are that man. Yes, Big Al somehow miscalculated the arrival time for the trash pickup. And so when Big Al strolled out of his garage and saw that the trash truck had already passed his house and he had yet to put his trash on the curb, he sprang into quick action. He sat his afternoon cold beer in the driveway and headed to the garage to grab 2 big bags of trash. Then, despite the fact that he didn't have shoes on, he trotted down the street. He passed one house, 2 houses, and another, and just when it seemed like he would actually catch up to the trash truck, or maybe they saw him and the driver was waiting, the driver actually hit the gas and turned the corner. And now there was Big Al, 4 houses away from his house, holding 2 big bags of trash. Even though no neighbors were outside, Big Al could feel each neighbor from each side of the street looking and staring at him and laughing, probably even videotaping him to show their friends. And then one neighbor came out of his garage and looked at Big Al and appeared sympathetic and yelled out, "Missed him, huh?" Big Al just smiled and said, "Yeah." And just when it looked like it couldn't get any worse, Big Al stepped on a small rock. To which Big Al yelled, "Oi, oi, oi." Big Al then saw something. Could it be? Yes, at the other end of the block, the trash truck going down another street. Despite his injured foot, he wasn't going to miss this opportunity again. So he could yell at his neighbor, "Got him!" He ran/limped 4 houses down in the opposite direction, and this time it looked like, yes, he caught the truck, breathing hard. In fact, panting and gasping for air with a bleeding foot. He smiled ear to ear and said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," and yelled at the attendant manning the truck. The attendant smiled back and said, "Sorry, man, we're the recycling truck. We don't take trash." Big Al looked down the street. The neighbor was still in his driveway, looking and smiling as if he knew this all along. That's when Big Al said, "Hey, man." He reached into his pocket and pulled out a $20 bill and said, "Can you be a trash truck?" And the nice man said, "I sure can." Done. Thank you, Ernest. Win.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, that was it? Oh.
Thank you, Ernest. Yes, thank you, Ernest.
Oh, I'm Ernest.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you're Ernest.
Somebody put their trash in my trash can, by the way, this week.
It happens.
Somebody
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
Kelly, and it was, I saw them take my trash can, and they did it, and when I went out to go retrieve it and put it back in its spot, it was heavy, and I opened it up, and there was trash in there. So I went to my camera, I got the truck. Oh, yeah, I saw the truck. They pulled up, they had trash in their bed of the truck, and then they just opened my trash can out of all the other ones and tossed it all in there, now it's all full.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And from what I gathered, 911 said that's not an emergency.
Oh.